Obviously, the heavy snow in northern west right now, actually here in Spain with my family. In fact, I heard it's so bad that Mike even tell me the snow in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's terrible.
Uh, yeah, that snow that far really
Yeah, we're not
really
used to that down here. You know, we go crazy when
comfortable.
there's a little snow.
Thank you. It's been a while since we got
Yes, yes. And okay,
catch
I
up
didn't
with
hear you. Okay, sorry.
do you still catch up with Mike regularly?
I'm sorry. Can you? I'm kind of hearing you in and out all of a sudden. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Can you now
I'm sorry.
hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Okay. I don't know if it's bad connection or whatever, because normally I have a
Yeah.
very low. Normally people
Yeah.
quiet, uh,
Okay.
you loud and clear. So that's the important thing. So anyway, Dr. Debbie, can you give us a overview of yourself and like if
Okay.
it goes good and with your permission, I'd then like to share this with people that may be interested in supporting.
Sure.
So that's why I want you to introduce yourself. And
Sure.
I know it's a bit of should I mention this? Obviously, I want to about your 360 life, the great activities and things that you're doing in support of
Mm.
the city in Atlanta. I'll share
Mm-hmm.
this with you, but if you like it and it's relevant, I would also like to share with people I think maybe potentially of support to what you're trying to
Oh,
do. So
that's wonderful. That's wonderful to hear.
I'm going to keep quiet now and let you have.
Okay.
So, Dr. Debbie, over to you. Talk about yourself and your free life. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yes. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. My name is Dr. Debbie Wallace. I am a graduate of Loma Linda University in California, and I studied public health. So I have a doctorate in public health, specializing in preventive care, which is kind of unique. There's not many universities that offer this. It's a preventive medicine doctor that developed the program. And he said, I don't see the point of doing medicine if you're doing prevention. So it was a dissertation based, but we did the first 2 years of medical school so we could understand all of what's involved with the body. And then we did 2 more years, 4 years total, and a dissertation. I see the world differently because I'm a preventive care specialist. Everything I see is people are dying from preventive lifestyle issues, and we could do so much more. And so that's led me after working at Emory University was my first job after I graduated. From Loma Linda University here in Atlanta. We moved right around the Olympics time, 1996. And I went to work January 1997 at Emory University. And I worked there for a few years. And then I went out to do preventive care, which is it is actually like preventive medicine without prescribing medicine. So we even did pharmacology. We did all the 2 years of school, and that's where I met my husband, who's a family practice physician. Was at Loma Linda Medical School because we took some classes together, neuroanatomy and all sorts of stuff. So I love the program. I grew up thinking I was going to be a medical doctor. When I saw preventive care, I'm like, no, this is what I want to do. We learned exercise at the doctoral level, physiology, exercise physiology, stress management, weight management, advanced nutrition, clinical nutrition, all the things that I love. In fact, we had so many nutrition classes that when I went and worked at Emory University in the Masters of Public Health program, there was a doctoral student that I was put in charge of. And as I talked to her, she said, you've taken more nutrition classes than me with my doctorate in nutrition. So I went, oh, I didn't realize that. But yeah, I was heavily in nutrition. So that can explain some of the other things I've moved on to. So, um, um, as a result, after that, I went into the field and I practiced with Georgia Clinics and preventive care, which is most patients have high blood pressure, diabetes, and so on. You know that. And so I was seeing almost all the patients. And I realized I couldn't do clinical practice because I cared so much more about the patients than actually they cared about themselves. Like I was distraught that they wouldn't follow the recommendations and wouldn't do. I said, I can't do this. So I went back to public health and left that. And then Morehouse School of Medicine recruited me to come on faculty there. And I was kind of surprised and like, why me? And let me tell you why. They recruited me to do a statewide educational program across the state with all their public health divisions, some hundred and something counties and stuff that we have here. And I taught them cancer prevention. I taught first prostate cancer prevention, and my husband tag teamed with me on that since he was medical, and we taught the statewide, and they loved it so much that the public health department renewed the contract with Morehouse, and I taught the second time, and then we did colorectal cancer, and they just loved what we did. And so afterwards, Morehouse said, forget it. We don't want you as a contractor. We want you to come on full time as a faculty member at Morehouse. So I became a faculty member there and I worked there. And then I found out about Dr. David Satcher's program, which is on health policy. And that's something I wanted to learn more about because I saw the effects. We actually passed the Georgia Air Free Act. But I was a part of that team that put that together with American Cancer Society, and I saw how far-reaching legislation could be. To have public places become smoke-free was huge. And at first, when we started, we are like, we'll never achieve this, but we actually got it. And so I was intrigued with public policy. So I went into a postdoctoral fellowship at Morehouse with Dr. David Satcher in the Satcher Health Leadership Institute and did that doctorate postdoc. And then I did a second postdoc on health disparities with the University of Alabama, Birmingham. So after that, it just so happened that my mother passed away right at the ending of my fellowship. And I was just really distraught. I was very close to my mom. She lived with me. I didn't expect that. She had cancer. She had gone through treatment, cancer chemotherapy, and they said it was gone. And then it just came back, and in 1 month, it took her out. And I was not prepared for that. So I decided to take a sabbatical. And I haven't returned. I went on from there to doing just so many other things. And my husband was like, yeah, you've been wanting to do more with your nonprofit. Why don't you go ahead and do that now? A long story short, I ended up getting a TV station given to me. I didn't go out looking for it. I never planned to. But we started a TV station called 360 Health Broadcasting Network. And it was all about, because they gave me a TV. I'm like, if you give me TV, it's going to be health, because that's what I do. I'm all about health. And so I started the health TV station, and it was 24/7. And then a few years later, I think 5, 6 years later, the guy that gave me the television station sold everything to someone else. And of course, they're like, we're not, I don't know why he was giving you this. We're not giving it to you free. So we transitioned into just because we were a local channel that you could pick up and sell. Well, now we transitioned to be with the advantage of with digital media. We ended up going into just broadcasting it digitally. Then the pandemic hit, and we ended up in 2020 saying, okay, let's just concentrate on our magazine, which we were about to launch the magazine. Literally, it was March something, like 20 something of 2020. We were supposed to launch our magazine, and the whole thing, of course, at first we're like, okay, we'll postpone it. Then we realized, oh, this is not a postponement. This is going to change the whole world. So we decided to create a digital platform for the magazine. That's Your 360 Health. So Your 360 Health provides all our articles, but what is unique is my film and production people said we'll create a video for every article, because then you can reach even more people, and that's, revolutionary. Nobody's doing that. Let's do that. No, we didn't know it would take us this long. We're literally this year, we thought we'd be finished before, and we had some hiccups, like somebody attacked our website and took it down, and we had to start over from scratch. But we're finally this year gonna launch the magazine officially. But it's been out there kind of on the platform, and anyone can look at it, Your 360 Health. We love it. We 360 is about completeness. 360 degrees, complete circle. And that's what we're all about, because for me, health is about that. The public health taught me that it's about physical, not just physical, but mental health and social health, emotional, all of these aspects. I mean, even financial health and spiritual health, everything is involved. So you'll see everything on our website because it's so comprehensive. That's what health is. I tell people all the time, medicine is just a small part of health, a very small part, but that's all people think about is that. I'm like, that's when health is gone that you need medicine. That's the treatment. The health is much more than that, but people really don't get that. I mean, they even call health insurance what is medical insurance. I say, stop calling it health insurance. You only use it when you don't have health. You don't need to call that health insurance. That's medical insurance. But they have us all brainwashed into thinking that's health. But anyhow, that's what 360 Health is all about. Well, as part of that, we did some work with my nonprofit. We started our nonprofit years ago, like I said. And then I transitioned to, preventing sex trafficking and these kinds of things. And then the newest nonprofit I started last year is Save All Victims. And it's really out of that, sex trafficking and other things that I think people there are just so many victims of violence, of, even domestic violence, and so much more. So the whole victims thing is what. So one day I was thinking, I'm like, I love acronyms. I'm like, Save All Victims Everywhere. That's what SAVE means. So it's Save All Victims Everywhere. But our website is just saveallvictims.org. You can go on there and look at that as well. Again, it's still in its infancy, but there's just so much that I think we needed to do that. So my health website, everything is about health, health, health. Well, this is not just about health. Save All Victims go beyond that, even though, again, I disagree with some people. I think even violence and all that have to do with health too. But I think everything is health. But that's how I think. The world doesn't think that way. So it's still a part of health, but it's not called health like all my other things are. It's called Save All Lives, Save All Victims. One point I said Save All Lives, and then I saw the acronym as Save All Victims, and I changed it to Save All Victims. So that's a nonprofit in Georgia here. And Mike came to me and said, we need to help seniors. And I said, yeah, that's another victim. Seniors are huge victims. We need to help them. And so we started to look at what is out there, and surprisingly found this amazing opportunity, which is this 48 unit apartment complex that I physically went to, and we've been going back again today to do a thorough inspection of it. And it from the outside, it looks amazing. It seems ideal for what we want to do, which is to make something available to seniors as well as the community. And the way this is structured, there's a little open space at the front. Not everywhere you have that. Sometimes things are right up at the front. But there's an open space that I think can be put a community center that would serve not just the residents, but the entire community. And that is a low income community. There's a ton of apartment complex over there. And so that would help everyone, because I'm talking about, again, things like providing job training, not just, exercise and nutrition, which of course I'm going to offer, but job training and stress management, weight management, other things that people need to get their lives together. And the seniors, instead of just sitting around and feeling not useful every day, can be a part, can, help out with kids' after school programs and whatever in this center, so that it will be somewhere that the whole community can go to, and even have events and things to help empower the community, because that's what we need. And nobody's doing that. We're just providing a place for them to live. Well, people need much more than that. And so that's the center of this whole thing, is this community center. It just is a way for us to help go to the community instead of always expecting the community to come to us. Because we have these programs sometimes. I've even been to programs at Georgia World Congress Center and so on. They're targeting the low income, but the people aren't there. I'm like, yeah, they don't even have the bus fare to get here or whatever. There's so many barriers, transportation and otherwise. But if you go to them, if we have these things in the community, it'll be so much better. They will be able to benefit right there. They don't have to go somewhere else to get the training. They can be trained right there. So that's kind of why we're here. I'm hoping that we can get to purchase this, but it is an auction. So it's just up to what happens at the auction. But if we're able to purchase this complex, we'll be able to start reaching the community right there in the community instead of elsewhere.
All right. Well, Dr. Debbie, you speak so much wise word. I didn't want to stop you. There's so much that, like I said to you, show, first of all, in our quote health system.
Yes.
It's about waiting till someone is on the brink of dying, then they're trying to figure out how to fix them. Right.
Yes.
So again, I'm not plugging, but there's
Yes.
a difference between that. I said
I
the
know.
Western and Eastern philosophy, right?
Right.
Preventative is want to wait until someone is unwell and to fix them. What we work on stopping them feeling unwell, right? So
Yeah.
that's one philosophical, and it's not philosophy. It's the right way to do it, right?
Right.
You know, so that is one here that you in tune, not with my Eastern philosophy as well. I don't want to use the word. Some people think that's just like me, the proving God. What you're trying to do is not about proving anything. It's about doing the right. That's the most important. Right?
Yes.
And then you're absolutely right. There's so many communities that can be saved. Like what you're doing with sex trafficking is something that very prominent in the game. Current focus on the senior. In fact, saying that I've been communicating with I'm not going to name that desperately in New York as a senior, and she heard about because I at 60 about 360. I said, well, right now 360 is based at Atlanta. There are a lot of communities that we think with Dwayne, who's a senior at the IRS. They're working on helping the veterans fight for us alive. And regrettably, we as a society show them the kind of due respect when they come from conflict. We basically put them aside, shape regrettably. And it's not the US. I'm not just from a lot of things around the world, the same thing, right? Here's a gun, kill people for us, protect our life. We just throw them into regrettably. There's a US problem. These are problems that hearted people like, and I like to believe that in our collective in that to address fully. So that's why I say I'm so in tune what we do, because like I said, the philosophy is ABC, business, charity. We're not here about trying to make money for money's sake. We're here about making money for good causes. So that's what you're doing is absolutely incredible. And myself, the members, will hopefully be able to this journey that you're moving forward on. So now, specifically on this complex that you're looking at, now, am I correct? This is going to auction. What is the auction scheduled for?
The
When's
auction
the
is February 16. So
okay?
we have a
So
little over a week, not a lot of time,
10 days.
unfortunately.
Yeah. So obviously that is a short timeline. I'm certain how we can obviously, but anyway, I see obstacles are there to think. So do you have any other backers right now? One proposal is that I raise this 4 million. Our
Right,
Kingdom Trust, who's offered to a loan, not investment, a loan, but money's money, whether it's still
right,
money, a US dollar, a US dollar. You
right.
know, and obviously, so that's what I did, but they need to get some payment. I could probably go, especially for this great cause. And but any other backers is public backers, like state with the city or philanthropic backers.
Yeah, I have a philanthropic backing already, so the 10% down payment shouldn't be a problem.
Well, this is fantastic. We have to get all 10 days basically. Nothing's impossible, So
Yes,
what I
yes.
do you know your philanthropic backer? Do you know
Yes.
how he's willing to back? Or we can multiply it by tenfold. Sorry, my phone's ringing. I need to.
Sorry. I'm getting
Hey,
cutting
Omar,
in and
I'm
out. It's not
right now. I'll give you a
perfect.
call back. Hey, Omar. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Do you know how much money you need to commit to?
Um, yeah, he said he could commit up to $1 million.
All right. Fantastic. So what I propose I'm going to email Dwayne and Robert, and we have $1 million back, and we want to raise 10 million. Okay.
Okay.
10 million will be used as just this $4 million entity and to support the causes that you do. So let's target that. Okay.
Okay.
Or increase a million. Now, again, I want to emphasize a loan, not an investment. So, loan has a 6% annual interest rate to be paid off in 10. Okay, so
That's fine.
that is the premise alone, but
Yes.
proactive for good causes, sustainable causes, and
Right. I love it.
perfect. So what
Yes.
I do move past is if we can get out down in the email exactly what we need to do. So we can get that commitment from Kingdom that they will provide the 10 million loan. Then I'd like to use that in the auction. So you do not need a check immediately, right? Assuming you win the bidding.
Right.
You just have to show
We just need
proof
to show, I think, that you have the funds or will
that
be.
you
Right.
have the fund committed.
Right.
Out of curiosity, who's the property right now? Who auction it is? Is it a private enterprise?
It's actually a
By the
bank
state?
auction. It's a
It's a
bank-owned
bank auction.
property. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
That
meeting with that guy
worth.
today.
Okay. Which bank? Do you know which bank is it?
No, I don't remember the name of the bank,
Okay. It
just
doesn't
the
matter.
officer.
It's owned by a
Yes.
bank. Okay.
Right.
Right. So perfect. So that is our target. The next 10 days is that we try to get the necessary documentation so that you can go to a bank that if you with the auction bit that you at least have the financial backing to commit this purchase. Okay. So that's
Right.
what we
Right.
need to do for the next 10 days.
Sounds
All
great.
right, so we have to work on this. So anyway, if they can land on them, we can do this. All right, all right. There shouldn't be
Okay.
so let's work
Wonderful.
on
Glad
that.
to.
We'll try and move quickly on that front. I'll get the items that you need to send. So your EIN for your entity, the company,
Mm-hmm.
your non-for-profit entity.
Yes.
The document of which thing we need some sort of proof of fund, just
Yes.
a state
Yes.
of things like
And
$1 million backing,
yes.
and then will then hopefully released through the law firm. There'll be a contractual agreement signed, and there'll be an agreement that at least show the bank the 10 million purchase. If I'm here correctly, the property is valued at 5 million, but you
Yes.
can purchase it for more than 4 million. Is that correct?
Right. We could end up purchasing it for a lot less because there's the starting bid.
Obviously,
Yeah.
we want to purchase as low as
For the
possible, of
least.
course.
Yes,
The
that's
least amount of
aim.
money. So that's the goal. So that's one of the commitment that we have is we have to
Right.
set a ceiling to how much we bid. So we
Right.
don't want, as you know,
Yeah, I don't want right.
sometimes these auction they fake bidders in there to jack
Yeah,
price.
and exactly. I know that, and I'm not doing that.
You can't just
No,
say,
not
so that's
overbidding.
what I said. We have to agree on what is the
Yes.
maximum.
The
So they
maximum.
go over, then we have to
Yeah.
say
If they
we're
go
not
over 4
interested.
million, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's
not
something.
buying it.
Yeah. Then we have to lay down about what the costing is.
I'm so sorry. You're cutting out so much. I'm not even hearing half of what you're saying, Leon. You're cutting out so much. You know, I'm hearing you.
So hopefully we'll capture that I've stated on this. So you'll be able to hear it on this. That's what I like. So you don't have to take a note. But anyway, we have to move on this. So what I do is, I think I've got all the information right now to you. I'm going to send, with your permission, this recording to our financial backers and say, listen, we're ready to trigger on this $10 million loan. You have 1 million. 10 million. I'm also going to forward this with medical experts and partners, collective. The fields of medical, but they'll absolutely adore what you're trying to do. And one of them is actually based in Atlanta, Dr. Queen Blessing.
Yes, I was hoping I was going to meet her in this
movement. I say U.S. Presidential Black Human Award. She paints for women's rights. So what you etc. is for women.
Yes, I know she's involved.
She's also into health. Medical health thing. So she and
her,
I'll
dying
include
to
her
meet her.
full contact. Yeah, I'll include her full contact detail. So I suggest call her, email her, or whatever, and connect together in Atlanta. In fact, the partner who's the on the financial loan is Byron. He also has connection in powerful in Atlanta.
Wonderful.
So it's a perfect fit. So what we're doing is absolutely perfect. So let's move on with it. I've got all the information right now from you. Listen to this recording. I'll send this recording. I'll send the step that we need to do to move aggressively on this because we only got 10 days to this auction, so we don't have time to okay? So Dr. Thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart. Doing is absolutely incredible. And it is much needed. Western health need to be preventative. We do not need to wait till someone before we help them. We need to help them while they're still healthy and make sure that they're healthy and healthy as long as possible.
Especially our seniors.
When they die, they'll die peacefully in bed when everyone's 120 old. Right, that's the goal.
There you go.
Okay, all right. There you go. So, Dr. Debbie,
thank you so much.
I hope get this done with you, and I hope to see you, Matt Kitty, in Atlanta. Back, okay. So
when are you going to be back? When are you coming back?
Well, I'm staying right now, sorting out my Spanish green card. I'll be back probably early March. But obviously we'll communicate because like I said to you, we don't have much time. We'll communicate almost on a daily basis.
Sounds great.
Until the time. But when we get, like I said to you, we'll coordinate. Definitely, me and my wife will definitely come down to see you, and obviously my spiritual teacher, Mike and Kitty. So absolutely. So Dr. B, God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
God bless.
Appreciate it. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.